Welcome back everyone. Thank you for joining me once again, and please make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. It seems now that unfortunately the bureaucracy involving Brexit and red tape in Spain and between the UK and Europe has come to bite me on the backside again. So for those of you that don't know, I imported a supercar over from the UK almost 12 months ago. I mean, we're going, 9-10 months ago now. I come over. There's a company that does it for me that have been really helpful, really on top of the game with it. And I had a bill that I had to pay when I imported the car. I paid that bill. They come back to us a few weeks ago and said they're not accepting that. That I had to pay an extra bill. I will go into the figures in a second. And I reluctantly agreed to it because it was a lot more money, but I really do love the car. And it seems now that there's an extra bill. So I will tell you about this bill and you tell me how ridiculous this is now. Now let's bear in mind, all I'm actually doing is bringing a car over from the UK to Spain. All they're actually doing for the money that I'm paying is registering it in Spain. That's all they're doing. Now bear in mind, I'm bringing a car over that I'll be paying road tax on, I'll be paying tax on my insurance, obviously on the fuel that goes in it, when it needs servicing, which will be done in Spain, there'll be VAT or either IVI tax on that as well. So I'm going to be putting a lot of money in taxes into Spain, regardless of any import duties. Now, a lot of people are going to think, if you can bring the car over, you can pay the tax. Fair enough, and I should have bought it in Spain, but it would have been a lot more expensive, or so I thought. So originally I was told I'm going to round the figures up, it's give or take a little bit, but originally I was told it was going to be 10,000 euros to bring this car over. It's taken them about 9 months now to work out that isn't enough money. I'd already paid that money, by the way, when I first started to register the car in Spain. It now works out that they've decided that's not enough money, and they hit me with a further 12,000 euros. So more than double what I originally budgeted for. Now, I haven't got money just sitting about. When I get money, I try to invest it into something. So there's not actually ever any ready money available. I put my money aside for my taxes. That's very important. I don't want to stress at the end of each financial year. So I during the year, put a set amount aside for my taxes. Yesterday, they've come back to me again, or they've come back to the car import people, and they've said that they're now not going to allow the EU discount. How much do you think? So let's bear in mind, I've already paid 10. I've got another bill for another 12. I've got an additional bill now for almost 50,000 euros. So adding it up, 72,000 euros in tax just to bring a car over from the UK to Spain. It's not doable. I mean, it's as simple as that. The car that I love, I'm a car enthusiast. It's not been bought to show off most of the time. It just sits in a barn in storage. And I certainly don't show off about the car. I really don't. It's a passion of mine. Cars are a passion of mine. And it seems that they're now, I don't know, trying to rinse, pretty much like the UK, I guess, trying to rinse every single penny out of everyone. So my only option now is to appeal that, which I have done. The appeal has gone in. I'll leave it a week or 10 days. After such time, if that appeal doesn't go through, quite clearly I'm not going to pay an extra on what I've already paid already, 62,000 euros. So quite clearly, this is going to be the end of that car. So I will have to get it transported back to the UK. it will go up for sale with a friend of mine. And that will be the end of that dream. Because of what? What are they actually doing for this 72,000 euros? 72 grand. And people would say, if you can afford a supercar, you can afford that. No, I can't. I can't afford to pay that. Especially for what? What am I getting out of it? Every year I've still got to pay everything on top. It's going to be an expensive car to keep. Anyway, regardless. With the warranty, with the servicing, with the insurance, with the road tax, with the fuel, with the maintenance of it, like tyres and stuff like that. So it's going to be the end. I mean, unless the appeal goes through, which I highly doubt it, they won't listen to reason. So instead of accepting 22,000 euros, which in my opinion is still insanely high, they're going to get nothing because the car is going to go back. The 12,000 euro bill that I've got won't be paid. And the 10,000 I've already paid will be paid back to me. I don't get it. But I look at it on the bright side. I guess now what I can do, I can use the money that the car sells for. I can then get my money back from the tax office that I've already paid, because obviously I'm not going to import it with those stupid, ridiculous charges. And then I can invest. So I can invest that money into a couple of properties out here that I can rent out long term. And instead of it costing me £1,000 or €1,000 a month for it to sit in my garage most of the time, I can actually earn €1,000 a month by a couple of rentals. So effectively, I'm €2,000 a month better off. But that's not the point, is it? I wanted this car. It's a milestone car for me. It's a bit of a grail car. I've had some supercars before, but this one has been the best I've ever had. And it's just at a point where bureaucracy and coming out of the EU, etc., has caused me to have to sell the car. Because I won't be taking the P out of, and that is taking the P. 72,000 euros. Absolutely and utterly ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, what's it for? Changing a registration plate? Because that's all that's happening, really. In reality, I brought it to Spain, and all that's going to happen, all they're going to do is type some documents up and put a new plate on there. Seems crazy to me. Let me know in the comments, guys. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all your views and your comments. Speak to you soon.